to talk about the IPC in that video. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the genocide declaration with news tab bar and just say genocide, Israel. Boom. Israel committing genocide in Gaza. World's leading experts say. Genocide scholar says group pushed through Israel condemnation without debate. Oh, that's the Times of Israel. Good God. They're disgusting. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, Scholars Association says. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, leading Scholars Association says. Top genocide scholars accuse Israel of genocide as strikes across Gaza kill. That I'm about to. Let's read the Newsweek article. Israel responds after leading scholars declare Gaza war a genocide. This is good. First off, let's pray. Dear God, please protect everybody in Palestine and get the good side through this. We need your help and we need your protection. Everybody that's fighting on the side of good. Stop the siege and stop the genocide. We're about to take in some gross stuff because it will pollute you, man. They come at you in a lot of different ways, so hopefully I can help translate some of that stuff for you guys. So let's start at the top. Israel condemned as disgraceful, a formal declaration by the world's top genocide scholars accusing it of committing genocide in Gaza, rejecting the charge as an embarrassment to the legal profession and grounded in misinformation spread by Hamas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. An embarrassment to the legal profession is what the Jews are saying about this. The statement comes in response to a resolution passed this week by the International Association of Genocide Scholars, IAGS, which said Israel's conduct in Gaza over the past 22 months meets the legal definition of genocide under 1948 United Nations Convention. 86% of voting members supported the resolution. Why does it matter? Since October 2023 attack on Israel, which killed 1,200 people and saw 250 taken hostage, more than 63,000 Palestinians have been killed. Nearly all Gaza residents have been displaced at least once. Most buildings are damaged or destroyed, and a UN-backed body has declared the enclave in famine, an assessment Israel rejects. In a statement posted to X, Israel's foreign ministry said the resolution passed by the IAGS was entirely based on Hamas's campaign of lies and laundering of those lies by others. This would be people like me, guilty of laundering Hamas lies, apparently, just by telling the truth, and accused the academic body of failing to verify basic facts. Above all, this should be rich. Above all, the IAGS has set a historic precedent. For the first time, genocide scholars accuse the very victim of genocide. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So he's no doubt, I don't believe that whatever happened on October 7th, no matter how many of their own citizens the Jews killed, none of that was right, and no one co-signs, terrorist behavior by Hamas, right? I believe that the Palestinians could more than could easily live peacefully given the proper respect that they deserve, just like everyone else does. And if the Jews would stop trying to kill them and take their land. But him equating the 1,200 that died from October 7th due to Hamas to the complete leveling of the entire Gaza Strip, the ethnic cleansing of 365 square kilometers. That's outrageous, to say the least. Two things are beyond comparison. Not even apples and oranges doesn't even cover it. I mean, everything that they do leaves me in a state of shock anymore. The genocide is being perpetrated on complete lies. It's a fairy tale reality. They go to these taglines. They go to these same statements that they pass around to everyone. Israel has the right to defend itself. They've beheaded babies. And your average person just sits here, hears that, and they don't ask questions, and it's crazy. And right under all your noses, they've managed to do a hell of a job ethnically cleansing this piece of land, committing a genocide in doing so. And then the Jews come out and defend themselves with this garbage, saying that they're the victims. And the first time in history, genocide scholars actually accused the victims of the genocide of being the ones that are committing it. I mean, no words. I literally have no words. The ministry said the group didn't check basic facts and misrepresented the International Court of Justice's position, which Israel rejects. Right? Because let's talk about that. The ICJ has already awarded arrest warrants based on war crimes, based on a genocide case that South Africa brought. So there's already been successful claims of genocide leveled against Israel that the international community has essentially approved and supported. It's only a few countries and America's UN veto that allows Benjamin Netanyahu to walk free right now. Amnesty International called this a genocide last year, I believe. So this declaration here is late. And it doesn't matter because the Jews are just going to continue to tell their lies and pump it out through their bought and paid for media and get our bought and paid for government to do their bidding. So the Jews are claiming that the IAGS flipped the moral roles in the conflict. Despite acknowledging the Hamas-led assault as a criminal act, the IAGS stated that Israel's military response has not only targeted Hamas fighters, but Gaza's entire civilian population. The resolution cited deliberate attacks on civilians, including children, starvation and forced displacement of the population, and systematic destruction of hospitals, schools, and housing, all of which you can read about in my last, group of articles I've written on my Substack. I've covered all these things as they've happened. I urge you guys to go back and read those and share them. I'll have the links on here. What the genocide scholars said. The International Association of Genocide Scholars, founded in 1994, made up of 500 academics, passed a 3-page resolution citing what it called deliberate attacks on Gaza's civilian population and infrastructure essential to survival. The resolution listed starvation, forced displacement, destruction of healthcare and education systems, killing of civilians, especially children, as acts that, taken together, amount to genocide. People who are experts in the study of genocide can see the situation for what it is. Melanie O'Brien, the organization's president and a professor of international law at the University of Western Australia, told the Associated Press. The Associated Press should know what genocide is. Rest in peace to Mariam Daga and the other journalists who died recently and have died in this war. Israel has killed, by anyone, by some tallies, it looks like over 250 journalists in the Gaza Strip in less than 2 years, and that's a world record too. Boy, Jews should be proud of themselves, The scholars cited statements by Israeli leaders supporting mass displacement, vowing to flatten Gaza, and describing its population in dehumanizing terms. The resolution emphasized that Hamas's October 7th attack, while constituting international crimes, does not justify genocide against the broader civilian population of Gaza. There is no justification for the commission of war crimes, crimes against humanity, or genocide, not even self-defense, O'Brien said. What people are saying. So you got a lot of quotes from X and social media. Genocide declaration comes as Israel intensifies preparations for Gaza City. It's already going into Gaza City. They are destroying blocks of Gaza City. They have the entire population huddled back into Gaza City. You understand? It's like the only infrastructure that's left in the strip is that and another area along the beach. So we're going to see the numbers, the death numbers rise and rise and rise, because they're going to continue the same campaign of ethnically cleansing the land and destroying all the infrastructure. Look what they did to the rest of the strip. It's in rubble. They've killed, probably by what the numbers look like, they can't verify them, but they can verify nearly 70,000 deaths. It looks like they could have killed somewhere in the numbers of like 150 to 200,000 Palestinians. Whoever made it out of that is up in Gaza City. They're gonna go and destroy the infrastructure and the buildings in Gaza City and the municipalities surrounding it, the greater area, which they're doing now, just like they did in the rest of the Gaza Strip. And the people don't have anywhere to go, and they're being starved while it's happening to boot. Prayers for them, man. That's all I got. Share it. Hope everybody's doing well. We got to push, and we got to push, man. That's all there is to it. Let's go back here. Yeah, we got to push, man. That's all there is to it. We can't sit here and watch. We just can't sit here and watch, you know? That's all I got. Peace.